Vamos sin presión. Quieres saltarte todos los procesos, ya viene la acción. Que tú me pidas y no te sueltes, sube la tentación. Siente la conexión, sin prisa a llegar. Baby, va rápido, bájale, pa' que esta vuelta se note. Entre mal.
Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back again to another video tutorial session from the APB Training Club. My name is Apex Linear, your aspiring professional pool player, national pool player that is, and pool instructor. Now in this particular video tutorial today, we're going to be assessing our game and as well as gathering information from our experience that we gain through practicing, our experience that we gain through gameplay, competitive gameplay, so we can use these information to propel our game to the next level. Of course, in this particular rack here, some things were done right, some things were done wrong. Of course, the aim and focus is to gather this information that we can be able to use to propel our game to the next level. So I'm going to be walking you through my thought process, what my intentions were, why I chose to do what I do, and of course we're gonna just improve, and that's just the aim and focus of the videos that I put here on my channel. All right, now in the last few uploads, guys, you would have already been seeing a few more uploads from this particular training session here. Now I've decided here that in the last 3 breaks that I had fairly consistent results, but I wanted to see what would have been the result if I tried to break from the box on a bar box table with the 1 ball on the spot. I'm just assessing. You guys would have already known that the break is not one of my most consistent areas, so it's something that I definitely need to work on, and I'm just testing it out and seeing what results are. Now I don't usually break from the box, but I wanted to see what would have happened on this particular table had I done so. All right, now I didn't get a ball down, but of course you know that the aim of the video, guys, is not to show you how perfect I can run out, but it's really to assess what goes on in a 9-ball, 10-ball or 8-ball rack when you're not given the best of layouts. Of course, if I wanted to, I could have taken up the cue ball to show you how I run the rack. But what usually happens when you don't get an open layout? What goes on through the mind? What must you do? Now I didn't get a look at the 1 here. I could have played a push out, but I decided that, hey, I wanted to try this 2-rail kick and stick. Now, clearly, it didn't work out in any way, shape, or form here. None at all. Because I did actually sell out the rack to my invisible opponent, which would have been the ghost. So, it didn't work out. That's something that I need to work on. That whole kick and stick. Usually when I cannot see my object ball, I would try to play for a push out. But sometimes you've got to take high level advanced risk like what I just did there to try to play a kick and stick. So that's something that I need to work on here. Now I have the 2 ball that is all the way up on the short rail here, so I'm actually going for the bank. I'm going for a 2-way shot, 3-way shot that is. I'm trying to bank the 1, trying to get position on the 2, but if I don't get a shot on the 1, or if I miss bank the 1 ball like I just did, it would have landed a bit short and still leave my opponent tough. Now I decided to go aggressive here for whatever reason. This is not something that I would generally do, but I said, hey, let me just go for the shot. Let's see what happens here. It was horribly executed. Nothing to that sort. I didn't even had a chance of getting a good look at the 2, but I wanted to let that stroke out to see what would happen. Sometimes when you play an excellent shot and it's well executed, the cue ball sometimes rewards you. Now I have a look here at the 1, cutting the 1 in, trying to cut it with a little bit of inside spin to hold it, or perhaps just nudge that 2 ball. It did nudge it, but it did nudge it into an area that could allow me to continue my inning here. So again, I'm gonna have to go for a safety. All right, makes no sense to go for a wild shot here, guys. Now I'm looking at 2 options here. I'm looking to play a cue ball safety to lock up behind the 8, but I changed my mind at the last minute there and said, hey, why not just play an object ball safety, protect the 2 ball as best as I can, and I wouldn't have to focus much on the cue ball. All right, so that wasn't bad. It was containing. I allowed my opponent here, which is the ghost, to have a fairly good look at the two. I can see the edge, but it's not enough for me to make the cut. So it was in fact good safety indeed. Now I'm trying to thin the two ball here, and the intent here is to go behind the four ball, above the four ball, to go down where the three ball is, but I really didn't get that one good. And again, this is the second sellout in this particular rack. Now Apex, why are you posting a video where you're not running out? As I said, guys, these are things that happens in your game, and a lot of the times we don't realize that this is information that our game is giving to us. So those two missed safeties that I played there definitely is something that I need to work on, and that's the aim. I've just learned 2 more stuff about my game that will get me to the next level. All right, again, just getting a bit flustered, getting a bit frustrated with myself there, a bit annoyed at how I could possibly missed so many opportunities during the game. But there's always good things that will come from situations that perceive themselves as being bad, or presents themselves as being bad here. All right, now I landed here on the 4. If this was my opponent, obviously he would have won the rack there. Fortuitously, I potted the 4 ball there. Pardon me, I potted the 2 ball there, and I carry him into the 9, which again is not my intention, but it works out in that favor. Now I'm actually practicing, so the aim is not to try to win. The aim is to try to develop the ability to run out no matter how the rack looks. So I respotted the 9, and I'm continuing my inning because that was not my intention. Now I have a sort of straight in shot here on the 3, the angle kind of touching the 4, which is not something that I really wanted, because now the 4 ball has ended up into a position that is not high percentage. But I'm looking at the bank, it looks to be a dead bank, so that 4 ball landed nicely. All right, it's pretty close bank, so just playing with a bit of draw here. Beautifully executed there. Well done by Apex Selenium there, potting that 4 ball that got wedged up with that 8. So I almost got unfortunate. After so much unfortunes already in this rack, I couldn't take another one, so I decided to go all the way out aggressive here. Now look at that 6 ball. I only have 1 positional zone for that 6. I have to lay a really good draw on this cue ball here. This needs maximum draw. I need to hit that 5 ball as full as I can. Nicely done there. I fortuitously got position because that ball was heading into the scratch, but it hit the nipple of the side pocket and left me with a fairly good shot here on the 6 to allow me to continue my run. All right, now you will notice, guys, that my positional play is something that I'm definitely focused on improving. My ball pocketing is, of course, one of my strongest areas, still needs some work. And of course, my safety play also is one of my strongest areas, which of course needs some fine tuning as I get back into the rotational game here. Potting this 6 ball here. Now I have to be careful. Look at that 7 ball. If that 7 ball had potted, I would have been again a little bit unfortunate. I would have had a shot on the 8, but it would have been a very acute angle into the side. So fortunately for me, the 7 ball stand in the pocket, which allows me to transition even better from the 7 to the 8, which is exactly what I wanted here. So it's coming down rail here. Would have loved a little bit more speed, but it's just perfect. This table plays fast and it plays really good. All right, so landed nicely on the 8 here. Perfect angle to go across. Now I want you to look at this shot here, guys, and you may think that the position that I got on the 9 was not intended, but you'll see exactly where the 9 is. The 9 ball is on the spot, or near to the spot. So I have 2 pockets that I can pot the 9 in. So all I have to do is just focus on the pot and allow the cue ball to land on either side of the 9, and I will be perfect there. And look at the perfection on this shot here on the 9. That was perfect position. That apparently may seem like it's not intended, but it is. Well done, dear Apex. All right, tough rock, tough out, but I got it. See you next time in another tutorial video, guys. Take care until then.
Vamos sin presión. Quieres saltarte todos los procesos, ya viene la acción. Que tú me pidas y no te sueltes, sube la tentación. Siente la conexión. Oh, na, 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 sin prisa a llegar. Baby, va rápido, bájale, pa' que esta vuelta se note. Entre más lento, más rico y más tiempo te dedico. Baby, va rápido.